Jesse Watters Primetime just exposed what might be the most embarrassing moment yet for Democrats. AOC giving Capitol tours during a government shutdown, Schumer getting squeezed by his own base, and Donald Trump somehow running the show from the sidelines. Guys, you don't want to miss this. Check it out.
Hakeem's party was a dud, so AOC threw her own fiesta at Casa de Schumer.
All right, guys, so the government is shut down, which means that Capitol tours are closed, but we had a bus of kids from the Bronx and schools that came all the way down here for a tour. Obviously, no one knew that the government was shut down, so I'm giving them a tour. Say hi, everybody.
Chuck takes one day off for Yom Kippur, and AOC's in the Senate giving a tour. Or was she just scoping out her new office? If Schumer wants to keep his digs, he's going to have to keep the government shut down. Chuck's getting squeezed in between two buns like a hot dog. AOC inciting far-left activists to flood the phone banks, pressuring leadership to hold the line. Schumer's fighting a two-front war against MAGA and Marxists.
New York is probably going to elect a Marxist for mayor. He's terrified by that development. Chuck Schumer is a far-left progressive politician, but he's not far enough left for this base.
Sources are saying Schumer and the sombrero aren't being taken seriously by anyone in Washington.
Schumer and Jeffries, never in my career have I seen two leaders so dismissed, not just by the media, which normally loves Democrats, but privately by Democratic members of the House and Senate. They're really just, people are just rolling their eyes and throwing their hands up and saying, you know, there's nothing we can do. We're not going to depose them now, but they are not leading us.
Hips and Chuck are just trying to keep their jobs. They don't want to shut the government down, but they have to, because the base is itching for a fight, and they have these two on a leash. So Hakeem's begging for another meeting with Trump.
In fact, Donald Trump is in the Presidential Witness Protection Program. No one can find him when it comes to the government shutdown issue, because he knows he's responsible for having caused it.
Trump's ready to reopen, but he doesn't have to prove anything to his base. He's not on TV all day looking like a desperate puppet. Because behind the scenes, he just reportedly got Hamas to end the war. Trump's not caving and giving free health care to illegal aliens. The White House says for every day Democrats keep the government shut down, the sombrero gets 10 times bigger. Hakeem spent more time fighting over a hat than he did fighting to keep the government open. And Hakeem's not the only one wearing a sombrero. Trump dropped this one just before midnight.
Hola, mi fellow Americanos, y bienvenidos al cierre de Schumer. That means welcome to the Schumer Shutdown. We call it the Schumer siesta, right? It's the Schumer siesta. He put the government on siesta, crying Chuck. And El Hakimo Jefe Jeffries, we used to call him Dollar Store Obama.
Why is Hip so sensitive about a hat? He wore a yarmulke. And Bill Clinton rocked a sombrero at a Labor Day picnic with the Mexican dance team. He considered it an honor. Obama wore hats. Democrats didn't find that offensive, but Barry did admit it wasn't a good look. He said, the general rule, you don't put stuff on your head if you're president. You never look good wearing something on your head. Although Biden didn't look bad with a Trump hat. Plus, it drove Kamala crazy. Whether it's a red hat or a sombrero, now Hispanics are begging him to throw a fiesta.
Is the president open to letting the Hispanics, who overwhelmingly voted for him, have their own siesta fiesta in the White House lawn opposed to the fancy, you know, we don't need fancy schmancy, right? You can give us the backyard and we'll fill it all in and have in our own fiesta.
The White House says they'll lend them the big, beautiful ballroom if it's ready by Cinco de Mayo. Trump's throwing siesta fiestas. Meanwhile, Democrats can't get anyone to show up to theirs. There's nothing fun about old men screaming about the Civil War.
We are living in an unprecedentedly dangerous moment, maybe the worst crisis in America literally since the Civil War.
Civil War, race cards, Obamacare. That old Nancy Pelosi playbook isn't going to fly against Trump 2.0.
Guys, Bernie Sanders says that this, I'm going to show you the rest of this clip. Stay with me, guys. But Bernie Sanders just said this is the worst crisis since the Civil War. I mean, come on, guys. Give me a break here. These guys have been crying crisis for 8 years straight, 12 years straight. Every time they lose control, it's the end of democracy. But did you notice something? The country only seems to fall apart when they're the ones in charge, right? Do me a favor, guys. If you're tired of Democrats pretending every political loss is the apocalypse, hit that thumbs up like button right now, guys. Let's get this video in front of more people who still have common sense. I really appreciate it, guys. I couldn't do it without your support. Let's continue the clip.
Maybe that worked once, but now it just looks like it's for show.
People want to see us fighting. They want to see us have a backbone. They want to know how we're different from Donald Trump. And, you know, when we don't fight hard, especially when the entire enterprise of democracy is at risk, then we don't seem sincere when we tell people that there might not be a free and fair election in 2026.
Murphy just admitted he's trying to fool his own base. He's trying to convince his base he's not a phony, so they'll buy his lies. Men always have to maintain control. And who looks like they're in control? Trump saying no and then throwing around sombreros. And Democrats are screaming, offended, defensive. Trump's ready to reopen the government whenever Democrats want. But in the meantime, he's having fun. If someone tries to email a bureaucrat right now at the Department of Education, they get a message that says, sorry, Democrats are shutting down the government.
The email reminds those who reach out to the Department of Education employees that we cannot respond because Senate Democrats are refusing to vote for a clean CR and fund the government, adding, where's the line?
Out of office emails. And while the government is shut down, the president's agenda keeps rolling. The Democrats are playing right into his hand.
We are $37 trillion in debt, and the federal government is currently shut down. There is no more money coming into the federal government's coffers. Democrats have given this administration an unenviable choice to have to take a look at the balance sheet and identify where these cuts and layoffs can be made.
While the administration reduces the size of government because Democrats are holding out for illegal alien health care, AOC has kind of changed the definition of an illegal alien.
Republicans love to dangle this shiny object that says, but what if someone not like you gets it?
Guys, so according to AOC, an illegal alien is just someone not like you. Think about how insane this is, guys. She's literally changing definitions in real time, redefining words to fit the narrative. That's exactly what Democrats love to do. That's not compassion, guys. Understand that this is manipulation. The goal here is not clarity. The goal is confusion, because a confused voter is an easily controlled voter. If you haven't already, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're calling out this nonsense every single week right here on the channel, guys. We couldn't do it without your support. Appreciate you guys. We're standing up for our freedoms, for our values, guys, for traditional family values, for the American way, guys. So subscribe to the channel. Let's continue this clip.
An illegal alien is just someone not like you. Schumer won't even have a discussion about what he's trying to pull. He just goes, no, 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 no.
Some of that obviously goes to people who don't have insurance, including undocumented immigrants. And
Jake, it's all a lot of bull. Not a single federal dollar, not a single federal dollar goes to undocumented immigrants.
They lied about Biden's brain, the laptop, the lab leak, and Russia, Russia, Russia. No one believes anything they say anymore. We've already explained how it all works, but just use common sense. There's 20 million illegals in the country. When they get sick, have babies, get surgery, you think they're walking into medical facilities paying cash? 20 million illegals in this country are just not going to the doctor. They're getting sick and injured, and they don't have a lot of money to begin with. So who's taking care of them? Of course they're getting free health care. Blue states have whole programs that advertise free health care for illegals that the feds fund. We were spending money on sex changes for people living in other countries. You don't think we're giving illegal aliens health care in this country? The last time Democrats had a primary, they all raised their hands for health care for illegals. All of them. It's not about you. Never was. It's about their own jobs and doing whatever they can to keep their power. This is the Schumer shutdown. They want to hurt you so that they can keep their seats. They're admitting it. Listen.
Plenty of folks on the left who say, you know what? If Republicans have done this and they control all branches of the government, we should allow the American people to feel the pain of what Republican policies are. I mean, you can't keep, if you want to touch the stove, at some point, you got to let them touch the stove.
Bill Clinton wanted to feel your pain. Schumer wants you to feel pain.
What we just saw here, guys, tells us everything we need to know about today's Democrat Party. They've completely lost control, not just of their message, guys, but of their base. They've lost control of their leadership, of their sanity. AOC is giving Capitol tours during a shutdown. Schumer's hiding behind excuses, and the radicals are the only ones holding the leash. Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries look like figureheads, guys, puppets of a movement that's no longer satisfied with just being liberal. They want full-blown Marxism, guys. You got to understand this, guys. Anyone who doesn't bend the knee, even their own leadership, they're getting tossed aside. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is sitting back this is insane, guys. He's still running the narrative. Democrats are panicking while he's joking about sombreros and government siestas. The contrast couldn't be more clear. Trump looks calm. He's confident. He's in control. Democrats look like they're weak, angry, desperate. Here's the one thing, guys, no one in the mainstream media is going to say. This shutdown isn't about policy. It's about power. Democrats are holding the government hostage because they think you'll blame the Republicans. They want you to feel pain. They want you to feel higher costs, delayed services, instability, because they think that pain is going to push you back into their arms. It's manipulation at the highest level. And when they talk about giving free health care to illegal immigrants while Americans can't even afford groceries, that tells you exactly who they're fighting for. And it's not you. It's not your family. It's not your future. It's their votes, their power. It's their paychecks, guys, that they are manipulating us over. So, yeah, AOC can throw all the fiestas she wants. Schumer can wear all the sombreros he wants. But when the party's over and the lights come on, Americans are seeing through the act. It's not leadership. It's all theater, and the curtains are starting to fall. Guys, I tell you what, if you're sick of the lies, if you're sick of the manipulation, if you're sick of the circus that's going on, guys, in Washington, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up like button, guys. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking. And make sure, guys, you're subscribed to the channel so that we can keep exposing the truth that they don't want you to hear. If you made it all the way to this point in the video, guys, you're essentially part of this, guys. So just make sure you're subscribed. Join the community. I'm Nolan Alders, guys. This is just getting started. Stay tuned.